Well, good morning. Welcome back to A Country Boy Can Cook. Thanks for dropping in on this video. Today, I'm going to start a project that finished a project I started 2 days ago, baking a cake for my friends. I baked the rounds, let them cool, put them in the wax paper and put them in the fridge for a couple of days. That way, if they're going to shriek or do anything, they've had time. And it's a perfect time to get them out this morning and do some frosting. The cakes are devil's food, and the frosting is my favorite, milk chocolate. It's buttercream. Easy recipe. It's just butter, cocoa, powdered sugar, a little bit of canned milk or cream. Depends on how much you're making, how much you want to do. But so I don't have an exact recipe. I just know I make it. So let me get the camera repositioned and we'll start. Alright, I hope you can see this. This is my first layer. The old dude's going to stand for a little bit and do this. It's still early. I haven't even loaded my piping bags, but this will get the first done. The buttercream I made yesterday, and it's sitting in the fridge. It's barely coming to temperature right now, so I think the first thing I ever found when I was making cakes is I tried not to use too much frosting. I was afraid I wasn't using enough. I mean, the whole gamut. I learned right quick. Use plenty. Frosting's easy to make and simple. And this is how I put the lid on it. It's just like doing Bondo work on a car. Back into the warm water. I've got a red cup over here full of hot water. Alright, let's put the other round on the top of it. This is where it always gets a little hairy. I've got to reach over here. I've had to trim the top a little bit. I always worried about dropping it and breaking it. All right. Let's see. Let's get some frosting put on the top of this bad boy. I try to cut it so that the top will be flat. Doesn't really matter, except on this cake I'm going to do a raspberry filling on the top, so I need it kind of flattened. Don't worry about coming over the edge. That's no big deal. I got to do the sides anyway. And I'll do a decorative dam around the bottom, around the top of it, to gotta sit down, boys and girls. Oh, dude is tired this morning. So I'll take my spatula. It's a little offset spatula. First thing I want to do is, I know you can't see it from your angle, but there's a spot right here. It needs to be filled in. My Bondo work, as I call it. I got some more frosting over here if I need it. I just put a little bit in here to hopefully enough to get this cake started. like it's going to be plenty. I don't think I'll have to get my other batch out. Never know. Because the cake is cold, you can put frosted on it so much easier. Not a lot of crumbs coming up or anything like that. We've got one more cake to bake today for the soiree that we're having. I'm just going to bake a yellow cake, or actually a white cake with vanilla and almond flavors. Alright, I've got it kind of filled in. I'm going to go around and just kind of mash these Lazy Susans for these cakes. For a long time I didn't have one. I thought, I gotta buy one of those. I've watched some videos thinking, yeah, I gotta get one of those. It makes it so much easier, as you can see. Alright, back again here on the sides to fill in. It's a little bit uneven, but heck, I don't even care. Once I get this thing frosted, it goes back in the fridge. Alright. We're going to work on the sides here a little bit. Pulling the top down at a tilt. A little bit uneven there. Well, if you've ever done auto body like I have, fixed old cars and primed them up and put patches on them, and it's really the same kind of deal, Lucille. Alright, right here, back again, sort it around. I can tell you one tip: the hot water or warm water, what do you want? It's probably warm by now. It's a game changer. It's perfect. You got to have it. If not, you got to rinse it off and dry it off. And I just keep running this around and whoop, get back over here. It's perfect. Perfecto. Now, let's see if I've got enough to load up my pastry bag. Turn around over here and grab it and get in the pantry up here where I've got these my pastry bag tips stored. Try to keep my work area kind of cleaned up as much as I can. Not chocolate everywhere. Yeah, that cake is a little wonky. A little lopsided for some reason. But that's okay. It's still going to eat the same. Taste the same. Slide this baby over. So you got off the pallet there somehow. That's a little better. So a little bit more right there. I think it did that when I was taking it, pushing on it with the spatula. Now, let's see here. See where I touched it here. Okay, that's good. All right, my piping bag. I use disposable piping bags. And the tip I'm going to use this morning, let me see here. I got a, well, as you see, I've got a bunch of them in here. I don't even know what there's numbers on these, but I don't know which ones I use. I just go with what I like. Okay. Turn you around this way. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to use a round, it's a 2A. Wilton 2A is the tip. Let's see if I can learn how to use this again. I just put the tip down in my bag. You can see where it comes as far as it's going to go. I back up a little ways and cut the bag off. Make sure that I'm not cutting it too far. There you go. Works perfect. All right. This is my hardest part, loading these dadburn bags. I just make a tunnel in there. Let's see if I think I'm gonna have enough. I just believe I've got enough. Use my little spatula here and scoop it out one scoop at a time. Just drop it down in the hole. I know you can't see where it's setting, but I'm sorry. This kitchen is small and it's the real deal. I ain't got no test kitchen. I see a lot of people in these YouTube things, they have mother-in-law's houses, as they call them, and they'll have kitchens in this, and they do their baking and cooking in those, and that's great for them. I'm 70, coming up on my 71st birthday here in a few months. I almost bought the farm last year in a heart event. Our house is paid for. It's what it is. When I leave this house, and I left last year in October, I left for about 2 months. Hospital rehab, and then rehab to learn to walk again. Couldn't use my feet and legs, and now I'm doing okay. But I hope the next time they take me out of here, I'm in a box. And if that happens, I'm ready for it. All right. I do believe I'm going to have enough. Let's see here. And I just start from the top. Start twisting it. If you have a real soft buttercream, you'll have to turn it up because it'll start running out. But if it's that soft, you probably can't decorate with it. Get back up in there. The tip fell down in there. This is the third cake that I've tried to decorate. and pretty up. Hope I can get this done for you all. And as you see, it's ready. Always burp the air out, which is, just push it until you get a little frosting out of it. Get this out of the way. Get my hands somewhat dry. I'm going to try to stand up here and do a decorative edge on this as much as I can. So here goes, boys and girls. I guess you want to see this. I'm going to do a test spot here just to make sure it's coming out okay. Yep. And what you just, I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's what I'm going to be doing on the top. I'm just going to go around and skip. Go around and skip. Take and twist it as it starts using it down. Just skip and push in, skip and push in. It looks like kind of like little snails. I don't know what like I say, I'm not even sure what this tip is for. I just know that you can do this and it works out great. I'm not going to put I'm going to put raspberry filling on top of this. And I'm not going to do that until tomorrow. I'm going to let all this set. Sometimes if you do it really quick, and I'm going to set back down. Sometimes you do it really quick, the raspberry filling will run off of it. So let me see here. Get the bottom cleaned up a little bit. Yes, everything's an easy reach for me. Paper towels and everything. I struggle to walk and talk sometimes, so I'm going to take a dry paper towel and run around the base. Just get it up as close as you can. Kind of mash down on it. This cake is real rich. When I bake this, as soon as it comes out of the oven, the rounds come out, I take Hershey's chocolate liquid and poke holes in the cake rounds and put them, fill each little hole with liquid chocolate while it's hot. And it will just sit there and soak that baby up like you wouldn't believe. Alright, let's do the outside here. Hurry up and finish this. I'm getting a lot faster through the years. My first one I did a sheet cake and I wasn't even sure if I could get it decorated. But I got it prettied up good enough that the banker girl I'd been dealing with, they loved it at their office. I'm so sorry that this is crooked. Like I say, once you get the first bite out of it, nobody will know it's anything. I buy this little gold plate that's just sitting on this cardboard with gold foil. that is bought at Tom Thumb stores, in the bakery. Any store that has cakes like that, unless they're just not friendly, they will sell you those. And the plastic lid that goes on it and the base and everything. Just tell them you're baking a cake, or you got some cookies or whatever, or you got a pie. And they've got several different lids for them, and they cost about $1.50 a piece. You could probably get them cheaper elsewhere, but I don't do a lot of this. So it is what it is, and it's where it's going to be. All right. One more time here. Let's finish up on the top here. Come on, ride with me, honey. Let's get this finished. I don't want to make another batch of frosting. That's good enough, boys and girls, and you can see it was at the end. Somebody was watching out over me. Alright. We got our hands cleaned off. Turn this camera around. Actually, I'll turn my phone around because that's how I film all these. I don't even have a camera. I just have a phone. So, alright. Bring this back up here. I will bring y'all back late this afternoon or in the morning when I put a topping on this. It's kind of, right now it looks like a Leaning Tower pizza, but it's going to be a good Leaning Tower pizza taste. So bring back y'all after a while when I put the raspberry filling on top, and hope y'all have a great day. All right, let's see if we can pretty up this cake. The final deal. I've got some raspberry jam. It's seedless. I've got it warmed up just a little bit. I've had this cake in the fridge for 3 hours, 4 hours. Wet. Hope it doesn't bleed over. But that's okay, because you're going to make it dribble on the edge here. So there she is, boys and girls. That should be really good eating. Yes, it looks really yummy. I drizzled some over the outside edge. When this thing gets cut tomorrow, it'll be drooling red raspberry jam anyway, so I just got it to start ahead. Yep, there she is, finished, boys and girls. I drooled a little bit of red raspberry around the sides, over the top. Should be good. Very good. Old dude out of here. I also baked a vanilla cake. Subscribed. Leave me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Thank you so much for being here.